In this video, I'll guide you through how to use ClickUp for remote teams by setting up a simple Kanban board with task statuses that everyone can follow. Let's start by opening ClickUp and heading into the workspace where your remote team collaborates. If you have multiple spaces, choose the one that makes the most sense for your team, like marketing, development, or operations. Inside that space, create or open a folder or list where you want your team's workflow to live. This is where we'll build the Kanban board. Now switch the view to a board view. If you don't see a board view yet, add a new view and select board. This turns your tasks into cards and organizes them into vertical columns, which is exactly what we need for a Kanban style setup. Think of each column as a stage in your team's process. Next, let's create the key status columns for your remote team. By default, ClickUp might give you a few standard statuses like to do and complete. You can customize these so they reflect how your team actually works. For a basic remote workflow, you might start with something like backlog for ideas and requests, to do for tasks that are ready to work on, in progress for tasks someone is actively handling, in review for anything waiting on feedback or approval, and done for completed work. Rename or add statuses so they match your process, and keep the wording clear and simple so every team member understands at a glance what each column means. Once your columns are in place, it's time to add tasks to the board. For each task, create a card and give it a clear, action-oriented title like Draft Weekly Newsletter or Update Landing Page Design. Open the task and add details your remote teammates will need, a short description of what needs to be done, due dates and any relevant links or attachments. Assign the task to the right team member so everyone knows who is responsible. This is especially important for remote teams where you don't have quick in-person check-ins. As you add tasks, place them in the appropriate status column based on their current stage. New tasks usually start in backlog or to do. When someone begins working on a task, they simply drag it into in progress. When they're waiting for feedback, they move it into in review. And once it's finished and approved, it goes into done. This simple visual movement makes it easy for your entire remote team to see what's happening without needing constant messages or meetings. To keep your Kanban board useful over time, encourage your team to update task statuses regularly. A good habit is to move cards at the start or end of the day or right after finishing a piece of work. You can also use comments inside each task to share quick updates, ask questions, or tag teammates so all communication about that work stays in one place. Finally, take a moment to review the board as a whole. You should be able to see what's waiting to be started, what's in progress, where work might be stuck, and what's been completed. This overview is one of the biggest advantages of using ClickUp with a remote team. Everyone shares the same real-time picture of the work. That's the basic setup for using ClickUp as a Kanban board for your remote team. With clear columns and well-organized tasks, your team can stay aligned even when everyone is working from different locations.